All right, well, let's go ahead and move to my gas or pass.
All right.
So my gas or pass this week is the new MXR Rockman X100.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the new pedal that I didn't realize MXR, Jim Dunlop, however you want to put it, the same company, right? Same family, has owned Rockman for like 20 years, 30 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they put out this pedal. It's supposed to be very similar to the old Rockman preamps. It's got 4 channels on it. It's got a chorus that you can turn on or off. And then it's got 2 sliders, which one is volume and then one is input gain. So basically gain and volume, right?
Right.
It's got like a little tap tempo switch you could plug into it if you wanted to. And you can flip through all 4 channels. There's a switch on the inside that switches it from mono to stereo outputs with a TRS cable.
Right.
And you're talking $229 for this pedal.
Right.
If you want to talk about classic 80s tunes,
Yeah.
I mean, holy smoke.
Just the chorus alone is pretty cool.
It's amazing. And I don't care if you're talking like Def Leppard. So Tom Schultz is the guy that invented the Rockman.
Right.
He's a guitar player for Boston.
Yep.
You know, he was like an MIT graduate or something like that. Like, he's super smart.
Uh-huh.
And he come out with this thing, and he used it a bunch. But there's tons of people that have used it. If you're, I mean, think about anybody out there. I know that even Alice in Chains, one of their amps they like to stack in there was a Rockman. Like, think about that.
That is weird.
It's odd. He would have, like, you know, a modified Marshall, and he'd have like a Bogner and stuff, a modified Bogner amp, and then he would have a Rockman in there too.
Yeah.
You know, Jerry Cantrell. So even heavy stuff like that's got in there to kind of work with the EQ. And then, of course, like Steve Lukather and all those guys,
Sure, yeah.
you know, were using it at one point. Yeah, I don't think it has any cabinet simulation, nothing like that.
No.
So you're going to have to run it into either an amp effects loop or something that's got cabinet emulation. What's your thoughts on this thing?
So, for me personally, I'm out completely. 80s, you know, the chorus is cool, but other than that, that mid-range, like, nasty, like, it sounds like your wah is, like, half-cocked. Like, it's just not for me. It is a cool sound. It's definitely unique. Do I think it's ever coming back?
It is back.
I mean,
I completely...
like in modern music.
No, I completely disagree. I think you're completely wrong.
I think it's done. But
Oh.
I think it's a cool idea. You know where I think they really missed the mark?
Oh, go ahead. Please explain, because I'm going to disagree with all this when you're
Besides the price point, it's a little high. I think right at 200 would make sense.
done. Well, it's $229.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just saying.
Right at 200.
So I would pay 230 if there was echo on it, but there's not.
There used to be echo on the
There
old one.
used to be, and they missed the mark.
I do wish it had delay on it.
That's what I'm saying.
I do wish it had delay. That is the one thing that I do think they missed the mark on. I will agree with you.
Okay.
It makes me wonder if they're going to come out with if it does well, a larger version where you could turn the echo on and off with a second foot switch.
Yeah.
I think that would be genius.
That you know what? That would be worth the $230.
But that'll be $300.
Well, regardless, I'm not buying it.
Okay.
This is not for me. This is for you. You're the 80s guy.
Well, I like 80s stuff, but I think you're wrong about 80s being out and being done. The
It's
reason
done.
why is John Mayer.
Okay, chorus, and he does what? Dad rock? It's not dad rock. It's something else.
Sob rock.
Sob rock. Dad rock.
Dad rock is what we do.
Oh, okay.
I think that John Mayer has, of course, there's all the people that's like reminiscing about the old days of the 80s, which people love to do. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy that too to some degree. But I think John Mayer has brought these 80s tones with chorus and super clean, spanky sounds, playing Jacksons occasionally, playing a Silver Sky. I think he has brought that out to a new audience that's like, holy cow, this sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this Rockman is going to kill for those people.
I think this is great for a studio musician that just wants a quick sound in a box. But this to me feels like a Ghostbusters sequel. No one's really asking for it. No one's really wanting to see Bill Murray at his age in a Ghostbusters suit.
No, you're wrong.
Kids love us.
And, you know, it's a cash grab. That's what it feels like.
No, it doesn't. I really like it. And I like the idea of throwing in my board for that, like, half a dozen songs that are on my set. That this thing would sound like awesome, real spanky sounding. I mean, I love the idea of it. And the thought of going into, I was thinking about some of these guys that are using these different pedals, like amp simulation pedals. If you've got that on your board and you've got like a Seymour Duncan Power Stage next to it that's stereo, they released that stereo one not long ago, and you've got like a Marshall, preamp style thing, or like one of those Friedmans. I know that Tone King at NAMM released the Imperial.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
And it's got reverb and tremolo on it. It's got attenuation for each channel. Dude, if you had that and like a Marshall and then had like that Imperial, you could comp so many sounds.
Yeah, because I want to live my whole life playing pedals.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings?
Ouch. You know what? I get it. But also, I understand for like, to really try to get some of these sounds, man, there's nothing like it. It's when you hear it and turn it on, you're immediately like, dude, that's Def Leppard. That's Boston.
You know what this is?
What?
This is your Ninja Turtles. You are living in the past. And you are like, oh, this takes me back. But guess what? No one cares. Not one person cares.
Guys,
Besides the studio musician. I mean,
he's completely wrong. Let's prove him wrong. Go out there and go buy one because they're awesome. And I think in a year, 2 years down the road, we're going to see a bigger one come out with Echo on it. And I think he's going to have to be like, man, I'm really surprised how many people are really using those little Rockman pedals.
All right, here's the thing. Please prove me wrong, because I think this is craptastic.
All right, let's move on.
All right,
Let's go ahead and move to your main topic. I'm sick of talking to you about this because you're just wrong.
I'm hurting your feelings. That's all it comes down to.
I'm gonna go cry in the corner here in a second, guys.